Hi, this is Helena with Practical Product Reviews, and what I've got in front of me is the Pyle Sports Multifunction Digital LED Bicycling Computer with built-in GPS. Now this is a full training device. It does come in several colors. You have the orange, green, blue, and black available. So we're going to go ahead and do an unboxing and then see how this actually functions. Now the first thing I see when I open the box is the actual unit itself. The back, which is where any mounts would go. On the side, our power button, light button, and on this side would be our mode. Start, stop button is going to be here on the left. The save button, and if we're doing any laps, is going to be here on the right. There are no buttons on the front, so that way it does not obstruct the view of the GPS finder, which is somewhere right about in here. To continue with the unboxing, it does come with a wall plug and the adapter to power the unit itself. Go ahead, put this on charge. We're going to finish the unboxing and I'll be back with the actual review of the functioning. Now here, it appears we have some additional mounts and our GPS software disk. Here's our quick start guide. One thing I particularly like about this guide is it provides step-by-step directions on the unit's operation and every aspect of it. Mounting the device onto your bike seems fairly simple. Basically, you have these two pieces which you would snap together. This should fit nicely over your handlebar. And then what you would do, you have different size rings depending on the size of your handlebars and how you want to mount it. So these would go over each section around the handlebar and then it would clip. Now the back matches perfectly with this, so you simply put it in place and twist it, and once it snaps, you know that it is secure. Now once we turn on the device, there are 5 pages that are accessible to us. But first thing we want to do is turn the power on, which is done by holding this button that says power for 2 seconds. There we see the power. Now one quick tap and that'll turn on the backlight. To turn it off, press the power button for 2 seconds and it powers off. So now I've got the unit back on, and here we'll go through the 5 different pages that are on our device. To access the 5 pages, you want to click this button here, which is the mode button, 2 times, and there is our first page, which this page is our timer page number 1. Now it is set to beats per minute and repetitions per minute and kilometers. I click again. This is our timer page 2. Here we see the icons for the up vertical distance, as you can see by that arrow, the down vertical distance, as you can see there. Here is our angle of inclination, and this will display our time. Now, so that you know, this is our battery levels, of course the time, which we have not set, and the GPS signal. Going to the next page, this is our custom page, which we can customize however we choose. The last page is our map page. It does say my kilometers per hour, which will change to miles per hour here, and it will show me my location on the map. I can go ahead and press the enter button to see that I can go through all the pages there. But if I hold this down, there's my main page. To perform setup is pretty simple, which I'm going to do on my own, but I want to give you an idea of how easy it is to do. It's pretty important that we actually have a time zone, GPS, so on and so forth, set correctly as we want it. But instead of setting the mode enter button, what I would do is I would simply press the start stop button so I get the setup. Once I'm at setup, press my enter button, and there I am. Now here again I would go to the start stop because that functions as my up and down. System, enter, and we can configure our sound and our time. So now I've set up the device itself. What I want to do is exit back out of here, and you can see it has a profile option. Under profile is where I would enter my particular information, so that way it can give me a calculation on things that are important if I'm in training mode. Another interesting feature in setup is if I go to accessories, go down to bike setting, and I can see here where I can customize all the specifications of my bike. Now here is the essential part, which is to start your training. Now the whole point of this device, of course, is not setting it up, but actually training. So to do that, what I would want to do is go ahead here and press the mode enter button for 2 seconds until you get to the timer page. Once you're at the timer page, and so you know this is basic training, once you're at the timer page, you go ahead and press the start button, and it asks you, do you want to start training? The way to select yes or no would be with the lap save button. That will move the button over to the yes. Gonna press enter. Now my training is started. As you can see, the timer is running. My GPS is fixed. I'm not moving because I'm sitting here recording. It's telling me my elevation up, my elevation down, if that's changing. I can switch over from screen to screen, and here see my time. And here see my compass data. Now if I want to save my workout, I go ahead and press stop. I'm going to press the save button. And then again, it asks, do I want to save training? And that's where I could choose yes or no. Now earlier we spoke about a ghost function. And this function is very beneficial if you want to improve your time by comparing your race speeds, distance, so on and so forth. So to get into ghost, or to create a ghost race or challenge, you would simply press the button to move over to race, which would be the start stop. Press enter. Down. There's ghost. Now I can do it by distance and time or challenge. Go to challenge. Press enter. And at challenge, what it'll do is I can click on any previous race that I have done, however I haven't done any, and race against myself, essentially. And it will compare the results and see if I can finish the race better than a time that I did before. Now the last feature on here that we have not discussed is how to create a route and how to go to a route. So what I do is I simply use my start stop button to get to the go to section. Once I'm there, I press enter. Here I can go to a route, track back, or go to a location. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select routes. And here on routes, I can press create new. Go to record, 2015, workout, and here's the route that we took earlier. So we can repeat the same route and use that data to race against ourselves once again, or to know the route that we took and follow it as before. However, that is sitting in this chair, and I don't think we're gonna get very far. So I'm gonna back out of here. Now, it does have the option for a PC route. That would be if I was to plug this into a PC and actually use it like that. The other option is if I was to make a navigation route using the Go route button. If I hypothetically had prior workouts in here, then what I would do is select that Go route option, and I would select whichever route file that I had taken before, and the system is going to direct me by way of map back to my original location so that I can retrace that route once more. Now I can track back. I can go to a specific location. If I had one in here, I do not, because there's nothing saved. But in general, this is how you operate the Pyle bike GPS computer, as you see here. So I appreciate your time. I appreciate you watching, and I hope that you found this video useful in making your decision about a GPS device for your bike. Thank you, and have a great evening.